the Knicks actually pulled out a win. Let's go. What's poppin', people? How y'all feeling tonight? I feel pretty good. James Willie, you said we supposed to be losing. Hey, I'll take a win. You know what I'm saying? You got to get one at some point. You know what I mean? Just, you need it for the morale. You got to get one for the team morale. You feel me? But hey, it was a good team win. Real good team win. Emmanuel C said, shouldn't have taken Frank out in the fourth. I agree. He was playing a good game, shooting a good percentage for once, right? You know, had a chance to maybe get he already got a career high, had another chance to get, you know, a chance to increase his career high. Should have let him go, but I'm not going to complain. But I agree with you, though, Emmanuel. I agree. You know, but, you know, Frank did his thing tonight. You know, and I think what we seen from Frank tonight is maybe a microcosm of what could come, right? Not a lot of shots. You know, he shot 8 shots. He was 5 for 8 from the field, but he shot a good percentage. And he had 15 points, went to the foul line. That is exactly the way you want him to play and what you're going to want from him. You know what I mean? King Marez, yeah. Hey, shout out. Hey, King Marez, what's up, bro? But definitely, man, he was headed towards 20. He was headed towards 20 tonight, but he'll get it. Maybe not this season, but he'll get it. You know, Tim Hardaway was hitting tonight, played well tonight. We played a good team game all around. Played decent defense tonight. You know, we had some energy out there on the floor, and it was good to see for once. Tank or not, it was good to see. You know what I'm saying? It was good to see, and I'm glad we got a win that's good for team morale. You know, you got to... I know people are, you know, they want to tank and all that stuff, but you got to have something to feel good about to keep the guys motivated, right? Got to have something. You know what I mean? Justin, appreciate it, bro. Appreciate the super chat. He said Frank Ntilikina played great tonight. Yeah, he played good. Let's look at the stats. Let's take a look at what's going on with these guys tonight. Biggest lead we held was 38. When is the last time that we could say that? We held a 38-point lead. You know what I'm saying? When is the last time we could say that? Hornets held a 5-point lead. Okay. But, you know, that's the longest run. We went on a 22-point run. So, you know, we played a game tonight. If we could have played like this all season, man, who knows? But that's the reason why. That's the reason why you're a team like we are, because you can't always play this kind of game. You know what I'm saying? Can't always play this kind of game. So let's continue looking at the stats. We shot 49% from the field, 46.2% from 3, 77.8% from the line. Charlotte, 36.7% from the field, 27% from 3, 81.2% from the line. We out-rebounded them. We had 24 assists. They only had 11. 7 steals, 5 blocks, only 8 turnovers tonight. That's incredible. I'm not going to say it's incredible, but that's really good. You know what I'm saying? That's really good. You know, let's take a look at the box score. Let's flip on over here to the Knicks. Beasley played 22 minutes, had 8 points. Lance Thomas did his part, even though he had 3 points. But he played some decent defense, 21 minutes. Cantor, 9 points, 9 rebounds. Tim Hardaway, 25 points, 7 for 15 from the field, 46.7% from the field percentage, field goal percentage. 3-point percentage, 66.7%. 7 for 8 from the line. Great game for Hardaway. This is how you want to see him play. And maybe, just maybe, it helps him. Well, you know, he's been playing well the last couple weeks, right? He's been playing well. But maybe it helps Hardaway to go back to that shooting guard spot and really play in that position. That's his natural position. He's a shooting guard. You know, if he's playing the shooting guard, he doesn't have to work as hard on defense, right? He doesn't have to worry about longer, bigger threes. His body is probably a little bit fresher. And, you know, you got Hardaway at shooting guard. Lance Thomas was at power forward. Beasley at small forward. At least that's what they have it listed on here. I don't know if that's exactly what it was in the game. I'd say that Beasley was probably power forward in the game, and Lance Thomas was small forward. But we were longer on the floor, right? With this lineup, we were a little bit longer, had more length. People kind of playing their natural positions. Isaiah Hicks had 24 minutes, 12 points, 5 for 5 from the field. Frank had played for 20 minutes, and I still think he should have had 30 minutes. Frank should be playing 30 minutes down the stretch of this season. Bottom line. You know, bottom line, should be playing 30 minutes a game down the stretch of the season. But he was 5 for 8 from the field, 3 for 5 from free throw line, 2 for 3 from 3-point range. Had a 4-point play tonight. 3 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 block. Frank played a heck of a game. Heck of a game. Cruz, you said you heard Frank grew a couple inches and now 6'7". I think he's 6'6" or something. Maybe grew to be 6'6", but I wouldn't put it out of the realm of expectation that he grows to be 6'7". He's still young. Kylo Quinn had played 17 minutes, 4 points, 9 rebounds. Troy Williams, 13 points, 4 rebounds in 22 minutes. Everybody on the Knicks scored. Trey Burke, 19 minutes, 14 points, 6 for 13 from the field, 5 assists, 3 rebounds. Luke Kornet played 16 minutes and has 6 points, 5 rebounds. Dotson, 4 points, 1 rebound. And even Jarrett Jack got in on the show. So, great all-around effort from the Knicks tonight. Great all-around effort. And it feels good to get one. Regardless of what it does in the tank standings, you know what I mean? It's good to get one. Feels good to get one. You know, and I enjoyed watching the win. You know, enjoyed watching the big blowout. We haven't seen one of those in a while. You know, but it was nice to see the win. But I want to go back to Hardaway for a minute. You know, I think this lineup, I wouldn't be surprised if Hornacek continue to play this lineup a little bit. You know, maybe if there's another point guard or not, I think he might continue to play this lineup because Hardaway, or at least continue to play Hardaway at the 2, it might be a good idea because, you know, Hardaway is a good size 2. You know what I'm saying? He's a good size 2. He is, you know, he's strong at that 2 position, where at the 3 position, he's going to be not as long. He's going to be maybe not as strong against some threes, you know, and you know, he's going to be smaller. Now, putting him at the 2 and then having a legit size 3 out there in Lance Thomas, I think it probably helps Hardaway because now, Hardaway is strong and powerful, right? A good NBA body. So he can now match up against shooting guards that are more his size. You know what I'm saying? He can match up against shooting guards that are more his size, be able to go to the basket with a little bit more power. He doesn't have longer threes chasing after him or contesting his shots. I think it'll bode well for Hardaway to play more of that 2 spot. You know what I'm saying? Instead of always playing a 3 spot. Because at the 3, he's undersized. At the 2, he's I'm not going to say he's big, but he's the perfect size. The perfect size for a 2. So I think that it'd be a good idea to continue the rest of the season playing him at the 2 and seeing what we can bring. And I would venture it. I'd venture and I know you're starting. He likes Lance Thomas because of his defense, but Troy Williams plays good defense as well. And Troy Williams can, bring some excitement to that lineup. I'd venture out and start Hardaway at the 2 and put Troy Williams at the 3. See what that lineup looks like. This is the time to do it. It's the time to see who can do what, when, where, why, and how. You know what I'm saying? But I definitely like seeing Hardaway back at his natural position and want to see, what it would continue to look like. Shout out to Siobhan Robinson for the super chat. You say the low-key MVP was Kornet. He took Dwight out the paint, opening it up for everyone. And yeah, that's what Luke will do. You know what I'm saying? We give Luke some minutes. We give Luke some time. I'm not saying that he is going to be a star or nothing like that, but he'll definitely help to pull some people out of the paint. People, shot blockers like Dwight Howard, those type of guys, DeAndre Jordan, pull those guys out the paint and make them guys have to defend the 3-point line, even tire them out a little bit, But back to Hardaway just for a minute. Chat GM, you said Tim Hardaway is good for a small ball attack. Basically, that's what you said. I agree. He is good for a small ball attack, right? You said Tim Hardaway playing the 3 is good for small ball type lineups, but playing it full time, that can't happen. Okay, I didn't see the whole thing. Right, exactly. You're right. It's good for a small ball attack every once in a while. Every once in a while, you had that small ball attack, and maybe take a team out of their comfort zone a little bit. Then you get back to it because, full time, I don't think it works. It's hard, it's tough for Hardaway. You know what I mean? It's tough for Hardaway, but it's cool. And I think if, let's try it for the rest of the season and see what happens. Luke, MH, you say Luke helps the spacing. That's why very valuable, especially off the bench. Yeah, definitely. He helps with spacing, and he's very valuable off the bench in that regard. He can, I think he can be a valuable piece. He had, 6.6 rebounds tonight. He can rebound the ball. He's, he may have some trouble guarding the perimeter if you get a perimeter guy out there, but he seems to have good position on defense, and he knows where to be on defense. And he is, he can block shots. I like Kornet. Kornet might be our backup center of the future. Let's see what he does for the rest of this season. If Jeff Hornacek continues to play him, let's see what he does. And we've seen him have some nights. I want to see him have. He had a decent night tonight, but both of his games where he really played well is when he played against the Raptors. I want to see him have one of those 15-point games against another team besides the Raptors. I think he can. I think he can and will if he continues to play. Key St. Laurent, you said, who do you like out of our young guys? Who do I like? Are you out of the young guys? Do you mean like the guys that were drafted in Frank, or the guys that's coming from the G League? If you talk about Frank, everybody knows I like Frank. Okay, everybody knows that. I like Luke for sure. I like Troy Williams. We're gonna talk about Isaiah Hicks in a minute. Trey Burke. I mean, you know, Trey Burke is cool. I like Trey Burke for what he is and what he does. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not like, oh my God, crazy about Trey Burke unless you make him our starting point guard and name him the point guard of the future. But I'm not like down on him. I feel like Trey Burke can be a very valuable player for some team in his league as a spark plug off the bench. So that's what I think about Trey Burke. And I think that Trey Burke should, I'd like to see him remain with the team in that role. As far as Moutier, I'm still trying to figure out what Moutier can be. I like Moutier. I like his size. I do like some of the power that I've seen him display going to the basket every once in a while, but he's got to be able to finish at the basket. He's really got to work on his jump shot. He's got to get in shape. So that's what I want to see. I want to see, can Moutier play when he's in shape? What will Moutier do when he's in shape? My concern is that, I mean, he's been in the league for 3 years. He went from a promising point guard, starting point guard with the Nuggets, to coming off the bench to then losing a lot of time. And he came to us basically out of shape. Now, some can say, well, he was out of shape because he wasn't getting as much burn. But see, I disagree with that. I think if you're a professional, even if you're not getting burned, you stay in shape. That's what Jarrett Jack does, right? He stays in shape. So I think if you're a professional, you stay in shape. So I question his motivation. Right? I question whether or not he has the I guess there's another word I'm looking for besides motivation, but you know, I question whether or not he has that in him to be in shape and stay in shape. But I really would like to see what he looks like if he's in shape. Because I do see some of the power that he can have going to the basket. I've seen it displayed a few times. And then he really needs to study film so that he can raise his basketball IQ. You know what I'm saying? You know. So that's what I think about Moutier. You know, Frank, I think that Frank has all the potential in the world. I would like to see him be played at the point guard spot. I think he is a natural point guard. You know, obviously defensively, you know, he's a way ahead of the game defensively. But I think offensively he can I think his game will definitely develop offensively. I think that, you know, his shot is not broken, definitely. He has a good form on his shot. Maybe he can get a quicker release. I think the problem with Frank having a quick release is that his arms are long. So it's going to be hard for him to really have a quick release because the arms are so long. You know, if you look at guys that have a really quick release, in comparison, relative to their body, their arms aren't as long relative to their body. You know, guys that have a quick release. Frank's arms are very long in relation to his body, so it's going to be hard for him to have a really quick release. That's just my opinion on his shot, but I think that he can build a career on the way that he played tonight. You know what I'm saying? I think he can build a career being a guy that can, you know, shoot 5 for 8, score 15 points, and get 6, 7, 8 assists with a couple of rebounds, steals, 2 steals in a block a game or something like that, or maybe a half a block a game. I don't know. I think he can build a career and be really, really good that way. And I think that Frank has the work ethic that maybe Moutier doesn't have. I think Frank has that work ethic just from the reports that I've read about him. Being a gym rat, being in the gym, eating lunch and dinner at the gym. I think that Frank is that kind of guy and has that kind of burn and desire to continuously get better. But I think that we have some young guys that we can look forward to be pieces. I don't think we have the young guys right now that we're going to say are going to be bona fide superstars. I think Frank has the chance and the ability and the tools to be an all-star. Or all-star caliber player. I think that Troy Williams is a piece that can plug in and be vital to a successful team. I think that Kornet can be a spot, a guy that gets some spot minutes and helps you spread the floor. So I think we have some pieces that we can begin to build and grow on. You know what I'm saying? So it's a good start. If we're actually breaking down and rebuilding, we got some guys to start with. Definitely have some guys to start with, and I like what I've seen. I like what I see tonight, and we'll see if we can duplicate this effort. And I'll say effort again. Can we duplicate this effort versus the Bulls? Now, talking about the young guys, let's talk about Isaiah Hicks a little bit. I haven't been too high on Isaiah Hicks. And he played well tonight. He had a decent game tonight. But I'll be honest with you, it doesn't mean that I'm still that much higher on him. I think that he lacks some stuff defensively. I don't think he's really aggressive or strong. I think he plays a little fearful sometimes. When I look at Isaiah Hicks, I don't see the confidence on the floor. I know he had 12 points and 8 rebounds tonight. A lot of those points were, people kind of finding him open under the basket and stuff like that. I haven't been really high on him, and I don't think this tonight has really changed it. But I'm interested to know what you guys think about Isaiah Hicks. Nick Patrici say looked okay in the G League. Yeah. And, at North Carolina, he was a decent scorer as well. But it seems like the NBA game is kind of fast for him, in my opinion. When I see him out there on the floor sometimes, it doesn't look like he's, I don't know, someone who's kind of like starstruck sometimes, doesn't really have it to me. But, I'm willing to see what he can do. But I don't think he's going to have a future with this team, in my opinion. And Cruz, you say you don't think he's going to have a future in the league. I almost agree with you, but I hope that he does. He's a young man that's, trying to do something positive. So I hope that he does have a future in this league, and I hope he can make it. But I don't really think that he's going to. His 12 points tonight, he's a big guy. He's big, so he's going to get some rebounds. His 12 points, mostly off of guys dishing to him. And but Nick Patrice, you're right. He is a rookie. Right? Cody, you're right. He's a rookie. And he deserves time to develop. I think he's probably going to do most of his development in the D League, in the G League. But Nick D, you say he's not familiar with the team as of yet. Yeah, he's been with the team for about 8 games. probably not as familiar. And you never know how a person's personality is, right? So you don't know, some people are shy and it takes them a little time to get in the groove with everybody else, and so sometimes that'll have an effect on the way that you play. And maybe when he gets more comfortable, we'll see a little more of what he can do come out. Yeah, good word, Tony. He's tentative. He's very tentative out there. So maybe, I'm willing to look and see. I know the other day I said, send him back down to the G League or whatever, but I'm willing to look and see. But tonight hasn't really changed my mind about him, but we'll see what he can do, and maybe he will continue to get comfortable and play better. I haven't seen him. I don't know. I haven't seen him with too many chances to create anything for himself or post up or do anything like that. Most of his buckets come from someone penetrating and dipping it to him, or catching him cutting along the baseline or something like that. But you know what? If he can do that, if he can be in the right position to be open, that there's something to be said for that too. MH, you say Hicks needs to add to his athleticism. Can you add to your athleticism? I mean, maybe. I guess you can get stronger. You can get a little bit faster. Maybe you can do some things to jump a little bit higher. Maybe you can do some things to add some flexibility. So I guess you can. Some people are naturally athletic. Some people, I guess you have to work at it a little bit more. But I think naturally, if you don't have that athleticism, there's only so much that you're going to be able to add, but there may be some room for him to grow in that area. So I guess we'll see what he does. He played 24 minutes tonight, 5 for 5 from the field. A lot depend. He was in the plus minus. He was a -1. Now a lot of that depends on who you're playing with on the court. So we can't say too much about that. It does mean a little bit of something, but like I said, it depends on who you're playing with on the court and at the point in time you're in the game. Nick Batista says pudgy. He needs to lean up and get swole. Yeah. Some of these guys coming in the league, if they're young, I'm not sure how old Isaiah Hicks is. If they're young, they still got some baby fat on them and things like that. So, he may need to trim some of that down. He's 6'9". He's 23 years old. He's kind of, it's kind of old as a rookie. At least nowadays, that's kind of old as a rookie. You would tend to say in the next 2 years, if he hasn't really cracked the rotation, he may not. For most players, not everybody. Some people develop a little bit later and crack the rotation a little bit later. You know what I'm saying? I'm skeptical about him, though. He's going to be 24 in July. I don't know, man. 24 years old, maybe he has another year, 2 years of growing and developing, maybe. So, that's where I'm at with Isaiah Hicks. Not sure if Isaiah Hicks is going to be around long term, Key St. Laurent, you said Dotson should be producing more. You know what? I was very high on Dotson in the beginning of the season, and I think that he has a lot of talent. He comes from playing in a system, and I don't think he's yet I think he's still playing in a system. His mind is still systematic, I think. And he'll have to break that and get a little bit more, kind of like Frank, a little bit more selfish, a little bit with the ball, and ready to, and try to score a little bit more. Dotson kind of, sits and waits for somebody else to set him up. Every once in a while, he'll, try to create something. I think he has the ability to create, but he doesn't do it much. So, but he has so much talent. I think that you got to keep giving him a chance because, Dotson has a lot of tools, man. A lot of tools, a great NBA body. He has a good shot. I think maybe he wavers from a little bit of confidence, but I think that he will, I think he can develop it. I mean, he can develop the confidence, St. Laurent, you said, do you think the coaching staff has anything to do with the lack of production? I think maybe not letting him play as much does, you know what I mean? Because he seems like the kind of guy to me that needs the playing time to get comfortable, right? He needs the playing time to feel like, he's part of the action on the floor consistently. And he hasn't had consistent playing time. He's in, he's out. He had the one chance when Hardaway went down to play some serious minutes, and he didn't play well for one game, and so Jeff Hornacek kind of scrapped the whole idea, which I think maybe was a wrong move. That probably hurt his confidence a little bit. So I think with Dotson, his confidence, he has the tools. I think his confidence, if he gets some steady playing time, then I think that maybe his confidence will grow. You know what I'm saying? And he'll become, obviously a better player and more production in the NBA. I think he has the ability to create. He hasn't. If he continues to have the kind of mindset, a systematic mindset, then he'll probably be a 3-and-D guy, which is cool because he can play defensive as well. You know what I'm saying? So, you always need guys that can spread the floor. Always. And, he might be one of those guys, later on down the line that can spread the floor for you. Ron Jean, you say Dotson plays well in the G League. He does, and probably because he's way more talented than some of those guys down there. He's probably more comfortable. When you're a rookie coming into the league and you got all these NBA guys that's been around, he seems like a kind of a quiet, cool guy. And like Isaiah Hicks, sometimes you got to get a little bit more comfortable before you're able to come out of your shell. So, we'll see how it is. And you need time on the floor in order to come out of your shell. You know what I mean? You need time on the floor to come out of your shell. So, but we got some young guys. We got to win tonight, and we got some. And we did it with giving some young guys some minutes. I'm thoroughly satisfied with that. Thoroughly, I like that. You know what I'm saying? And hopefully we can continue to give these young guys minutes throughout the rest of the season. So I want to open up the lines. I want to hear you guys. I want to hear what you guys are talking about. You know what I'm saying? Before we get to this March Madness in War Room. You know what I'm saying? I want to hear what you guys talk about. So give me a call. Let's talk it up. Let's chop it up a little bit before the night gets, before the night turns into tomorrow. And while we do that, while I'm waiting for some calls, we'll talk March Madness because it's obviously been crazy. Right? Let me keep this up here. We've seen a number 16 seed take out a number 1 seed. It's crazy. right? A lot of people didn't figure that they would see it. We heard a lot of people say they never thought they'd see it in their lifetime, but it happened. You know what I'm saying? And I can't imagine what it feels like to be Virginia right now. You know, it's gotta be painful to be Virginia right now. Gotta be. You know what I'm saying? Siobhan, you said the Knicks are moving Frank to shooting guard, so Dotson is gone. Well, I'm not sure if that's permanent yet. I think, you know, the Knicks are trying out a lot of things, and maybe we'll see a little bit more next year. You know, to really see who's the what positions people are in. And big shout out, thank you for the super chat, man. Siobhan basically hooks me up almost every single show. You know, big shout out to Siobhan for that, for sure. You know, so I got my man Tony Crow on the line. About to chop it up with my man for a minute.
Good luck this time.
What's popping, bro?
What up, chat? Took a couple of notes. Let me touch on Dotson real quick.
Okay.
I really like Dotson. I really like Dotson too. He has like the NBA physique. So he
for sure.
For I noticed tonight he was shooting. His release was on the way down, almost like Moutier.
Okay.
I don't know if that's something that has been like a ongoing thing, or maybe he was just tired from playing last night in the G League.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna look out for that. But I did notice tonight he was shooting on the way down. You were spot on with Tim Hardaway earlier. He's been playing out of position.
Right.
He's definitely better suited as a two guard. And I think we're gonna have to figure that out, whether Lee is gone or demoted to the bench. But we're gonna have to figure that out.
Yeah. I hope everything is cool with Lee and his family. You know what I'm saying? But you know, this is this is that time of year, time of season. You know, the Knicks ain't doing anything. People will take time off, and you know, if he needs time with his family, go ahead and spend it, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's something serious, like, you know what I mean? Like, he ain't just trying to get an early vacation or nothing.
Right.
He don't seem like that type.
Yeah.
I was pissed off with Jarrett Jack, selfish ass. Like I understand Kornet asking him if he want to come in, but come on, man, let the young boys rock, playing well. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They never had this opportunity before where they blowing the team out.
Right.
And they actually gonna get, you know, significant fourth quarter minutes, and he gonna opt to come in. That upset me. You know, like, you're a veteran and all that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna lie though. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, it should have been. I agree with you, right? But it should have been Hornacek saying, "We're gonna let the young guys just rock this out." Because if it was me and my coach asked me, "Do I want to get in?" I'm gonna be like, "Yeah, I want some burn too." Everybody else got a bucket. I want a bucket too.
All right. I understand that, and that's one thing I did keep in mind, because everybody scored.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So when he scored the first possession, all right, come back up. Frank, come back. Everybody scored.
Yeah.
So I was a little upset with that. What else? I took some notes. Lance, best game from Lance Thomas in a long time. I don't know how many shots he took. I don't think he took many, but that's part of what I love, because his biggest problem is him taking bad shots and forcing shots up, and that's not what we need him for.
Right.
Right. And I wouldn't be surprised if he took. I would be surprised if he took more than 5 shots tonight.
Yeah, I don't think he took many shots tonight.
But his defense was like, this is what we have him for.
Right.
He played great defense all night long.
Yeah, and which is one of the reasons why people calling for his head. I don't think he's going anywhere. I think he'll be here next year, and the year after that till his contract is up. You know what I'm saying?
Because unless we win a trade,
right,
it don't make sense.
Right.
It makes no sense. But back to the Jarrett Jack thing, I think that was real selfish. Because the Knicks they done right by him. They offered to let him go if he wanted to, and to try to find a contender or whatever. He knows the situation.
Yeah.
Frank was playing great. Whether it was Frank or Burke, if either one of them would have got taken out, I would have been upset. Right. They both were playing great.
Yeah, and I wanted to see Frank. I wanted to see Frank get his chance to score 20. He was on his way. It could have happened. I wanted to see Frank get a chance to score 20. He needed something like that to boost his confidence.
And that's the best. That's what we need from Frank as well. Aggression. Aggression. I think him playing the 2 is gonna help him. Whether he ends up being a 2 or back to the 1, it's gonna help him in the long run. Because you can't be as tentative playing the 2 guard. You know what I mean?
Right. I hear you.
So you're set up for your opportunity anyway. So it should be less hesitation from him. And that was great. Back-to-back 3-pointers or 4-point play.
4-point play. Yep.
We haven't seen that from him. We haven't. All right, we might have seen him take back-to-back threes once this whole season.
Yeah, and
that was great.
And the thing is, at that point, right? Still though, when he got the ball, I wanted him to look to score. You know what I'm saying? Like, he made a couple of buckets.
Absolutely.
I wanted him to get the ball at that top of the key, stare his man down, and look to go. He still didn't totally do it. But that's what
his great game. He hesitated a few times on that.
Right. He still didn't say, okay, I got you right here, 1-on-1. I'm looking to go. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I was waiting for him to do, to see if he has that, But the mentality just isn't there. I think one day it will be, though.
He's going to learn it just from more playing time and watching his teammates. Like a player like Burke. You see how we seen Burke with the mismatch against the big and went right back to it. And that's stuff that you witness and you learn. Same thing with Williams, Troy Williams. Aggression and doing what you're best at. Go to the basket, use your athleticism. He didn't hesitate on his threes tonight. I like that. But that's what these younger guys need to learn. The G Leaguers and the rookies, like you was talking about earlier. Troy Williams kind of has that already. Yeah, with being in for a few years. So once these young guys learn to stick to what they're best at, we'll be all right.
Yeah, for sure. So you've been watching March Madness?
Definitely.
You've been watching the tournament? A lot of things going on, man. A lot of things going on, but it's exciting. I watched Mikal get busy today in the second half of that game. Watch him get busy today. I'm excited if we get the chance to. I think we'll have the chance to draft him, and if we make that decision, I'll be excited about it. I like what I saw from us. A couple of times in the first half, maybe he got bottled up a couple of times, but in the second half, he showed what he was made of and came out and played ball.
Yeah, he did. I only seen the highlights, so I can't really comment too much. But he's been my guy all year. I've been calling for him. I honestly think he's moving up the draft board. So I'm kind of nervous.
I was about to say the same thing, man. He might be moving up the draft board. I got a little bit nervous. They took. He was kind of in and out the game in the second half because they had a big lead. And I told my daughter, I was like, maybe they should keep him out because the more he stays in and he starts killing, he's gonna move up the draft board. But we might move up the draft board with him. Who knows?
Yep. The one good thing, like I've been saying all year as well, man. This is a deep draft. I'm not really too worried about missing out on one player because that means somebody else fell.
Right.
And
Right.
I think we're gonna be all right as long as we don't really take a point guard or two.
Yeah, man. Yeah, don't take a. We need a 3. We need a 3. I'd say a 3 or a defensive big.
Yep.
A 3 or a big. I'm cool with either one. I'd like to have a 3. You know what I'm saying? I'd like to have a 3.
Yeah, because it seems like right about now, the 3 is the hardest position to fill.
Exactly.
Right. Athletic 3 is the position to fill in the NBA right now.
Yep, that's a tough position to fill in the league. Yeah, a tough one. And you need one. Sting, it's a tough position, and you need one. One that can do it on both ends of the floor. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. But, hey, Tony, I'm going to get on and talk about this March Madness a little bit. Then I want to get to this War Room. You know what I'm saying? You know, I think that's going to be fun. Man. We're going to try to build us a War Room. And, yeah, for sure, man. Peace out, bro. Thank you for the call, man.
Catch you next game.
All right, for sure. Yeah, March Madness is in full effect, folks. Full effect. You know what I'm saying? We've seen the number one seed overall go down in defeat. And you know, that's how you know, UNBC, that's right around the corner for me actually. It's it's about an hour for me. You know, very small school, you know what I'm saying? And, by, wins like this is exactly how schools like Gonzaga, turn into big time schools, with big recruiting classes and things like that, by having wins like this. So that was definitely a big win for UNBC, man. And, I'm happy for them because, like I said, they're right around the corner for me. So I'm definitely happy for them, right? Michael, what's popping, B?
What's going on, big man? What's up, chat?
How you feeling, man? How you feeling about March Madness so far?
I like it. A lot of people are getting dunked on.
Yeah, a lot of stuff happening, man.
I like that. Last year was a lot of passing and was kind of scrappy. This year, players look so polished.
Yeah. I mean, the talent level of players going it's just crazy nowadays. You know what I'm saying? The talent level of players. I mean, you got players that probably don't make the league who 10 years ago would have made the league. You know what I mean?
Thanks.
Yeah, I mean, the talent level is nuts. It's off the charts, for sure.
What you think about Michael Porter Jr.?
You know what? I haven't even seen him play much. I haven't seen him play. Obviously, he was hurt, so I didn't get a chance to see him. I haven't even really got a chance to see him play. Besides some high school highlights and things like that.
I like that. I like that kid, man. That center, Ayton.
Ayton, yeah, he's a beast, man.
God,
he's a monster.
Jesus H. Christ.
He's a monster, man, and I think he's probably going to go number 1.
Yeah, I can see that.
I think he's going to go number 1. Now, one thing, I'll tell you what, I was thinking about it today, and if we drafted a big, I'd be okay. Especially, and as Cantor, I like Cantor. I like that he could score down low. I like his rebounding ability, and he's powerful. I like his, the heart that he has. But he's still making $18 million a year.
It's a lot of money.
And defensively, he's not there.
Right.
I think that.
It was nice to see Willie in shape tonight, man.
Yeah, it's nice to see Willie out there.
He's in shape. He looked like he got slimmer.
Yeah, he got a little bit slimmer.
Should have did that here.
Right. But Cantor is after 2018. Let me see. 2018 is his last year. He'll be an unrestricted free agent. So that means when I look at it, when I think about it, Scott Perry said that the Knicks are going to be
second round picks this year.
We have one, We have one second round pick.
I would probably, if
traded
possible, if we could keep our first round pick and if we could use that pick on a big, if we're going to use it on a big, we could package Cantor and probably that second round pick with maybe another player for a second first round pick. Man.
Yeah. Something. Yeah. I mean, it would definitely. That would definitely work next year because his contract is going to be expiring.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And so, when I look, Cantor, if Cantor's his contract is up in the summer of 2019. His contract is over. Scott Perry says he wants to be players in the free agent market in the summer of 2019. Oh, yeah. What that says to me is that Cantor, I was just thinking about it, and it just kind of hit me. Cantor really may not be in the long-term plans.
Probably not.
At all. Even though he's putting up these kind of numbers, he may not be in the long-term plans at all. If Scott Perry says he's going to be a player in 2019, that means he plans on Cantor's not re-signing Cantor. At least not for $18 million. Right.
And the thing is, Cantor might have to opt in because the way the league is going now, they're looking outside of the fact that he can get you buckets and rebounds, the league is going in a direction where bigs have to be able to shoot.
Right.
And spread the floor out, and Cantor don't give you that much. So a lot of teams are not going to offer him 18 mil to come off their bench. That's a lot of money to come off the bench.
Exactly. So he's definitely
he's a starter on our team because we don't have any center better.
Right.
But
I think he's definitely
he's off the bench.
He's off the bench. I definitely think he opts into his contract for this year, and then
trade him. Courtney Lee can go too. Like I like Courtney Lee, but he can go too.
Yeah, and then in 2019, his contract would be off the books. And now, when I think about it, they probably won't sign him. So drafting a big really isn't out the question because because then Cantor goes and you got a big right there ready to step in his shoes.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Do what Chicago did with Jimmy Butler. Package Butler and something else and get another team's pick.
Right.
We could do that with Cantor. Package him in our second round pick. Maybe throw Courtney Lee in there if they'll take him and take somebody's pick. Like I'm cool with that. And get a big man and get one of them forwards. Because we saw tonight that when Frank is on, he can put some numbers in there.
Exactly.
I liked it a lot, man. And he wasn't hesitant at all. He just shot. He got a couple hesitation moments, but outside of that, he shot the rock. I was like, okay, Frankie, I see you.
He shot at a high clip. That's good.
I like Troy Williams.
Man. I just like the energy he's bringing. He's definitely a keeper. I love the energy he's bringing.
His game is not pretty at all. He's a hustle man.
Yep.
You run at the rim. But
yeah, man. So look at
effort,
man. I'm looking at the brackets, man. The March Madness brackets. A lot of things going on this year. You got, of course, UMBC beat Virginia.
They did,
right? And they beat them by 20. And they beat them by 20. Beat them by 20. Right?
That's easy. They got blown out. You got whole team.
Buffalo beat Arizona.
Destroyed them. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They killed Arizona. Loyola Chicago, 11 seed, beat Miami.
Yeah, they got some heart on that team, man.
And then Loyola turns around and beats Tennessee. Right? So Loyola, 11 seed, Loyola Chicago is now in the Sweet 16.
I like it.
It's crazy, man. It's crazy.
I like that Colin Sexton kid too, man.
He's pretty good. So a lot of things going on, and it's what March Madness is all about, I guess. You know what I'm saying? What it's all about. You got Marshall. Marshall beat Wichita State. 13 seed beat a 4th seed, Wichita State. Now they play West Virginia. It's exciting, man.
Somebody who is that? I just saw it just now too. MH said Scott got a finesse in the draft. That's a fact. But you're a light-skinned brother. I think he could do it. That's what we do. That's what we do.
Right.
You got some freckles. I think he got this.
Yeah.
No, yeah, man. You got to do some finessing in this draft right here. You got to show us that you can do what Phil Jackson could not do. You know?
Yeah, man. So
yeah, I like it. But this March Madness is looking crazy.
It is.
I'm enjoying it so far.
Yeah, and there's a lot of talent out here, man. Huh?
What you think about Trae Young?
I mean, I think I like Trae Young. I think that he's a score first point guard. I know like whose Mark was. He got overwhelmed by Trae Young and like, oh, we gotta have a guy like him. I don't know if we gotta have a Trae Young on the team.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I mean, I like him. I don't think we should. I don't think we should draft a point guard in this draft. That's just my opinion. I think we should be
40
looking at
point guards.
Exactly right. I think we should be looking at a 3-man or a big.
We need a 3. We need a 3 bad.
Yeah.
Because Timmy at the 2 tonight was Timmy. That was the Timmy we brought back for 70 something mil.
Right.
I was like, okay, there go Timmy. That's the Timmy we're supposed to have. And I like this lineup they ran tonight too. It was
it was a decent lineup. Yeah. And it was a nice lineup. I like it because Timmy was at his natural position, and then Lance Thomas could play that 3 spot. You could have Beasley at the 4. Yeah, right. He could D up the 3 spot. So
it was the Hornets, and a lot of people are on the tank. And I mean, losing is going to benefit us in the future, but I like seeing the young boys blow a team out, regardless of who the team was.
Exactly.
They blew a team out.
Exactly.
And everybody was like 23 years old. I like it. 19, 20, young dudes, young dudes barely know how to pull their socks on and tie their aces properly, blowing grown-ass man out. Oh, damn, I liked it. So yeah, I like what it looked like. But that Mikal Bridges, I like him, man. Well, he went off in the second half like crazy. I was like, okay.
Yeah, he went off. He went off in the second half, man.
He went for like 22 points in the second half, right?
Right. Yeah, like 22 points. Because I'm watching guys that
I agree with that dude, the public enemy. Trae Young is the next Jimmer Fredette. I could see that. I could see that being a thing, bro. I could see that being a thing because Jimmer was nasty in college.
Right.
Just like Tyler Hansborough.
Yeah.
They were nasty in college.
Right.
And needed diapers, just dropping duds.
Yeah.
It's crazy. But yeah, Mikal Bridges, I like him. His defense is crazy.
Yep. But like
much bigger and stronger, but I'll take Mikal, man.
Yeah, man. But like Tony Crow said, as Villanova continues to go and get better, I mean, not get better, but as they continue to advance through the tournament, his stock is going to climb.
I need him to have
his stock is going to climb. You know what I mean?
I need him to have a bad game real quick.
I need to have a bad one, right?
I need to shoot some duds. I need him to have a Frank. Give me 2 for 7. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
somebody in the chat said Tony Crow looked like he smoked bad Black and Miles.
They're getting on my man Tony, man.
Why you gotta do my man Tony like that?
For real.
And somebody said, "What if he's the next Steph?" Yeah, that would be good if he's the next Steph. I agree, but
Trae Young.
Yeah,
Alwyn
Steph. Ward said, "What if he's the next Steph?" Yeah, he could be the next Steph, but they list him at 6'2". He don't look no taller than 6 feet to me. He looks short.
Yeah,
he look real small on the court.
Yeah, and I don't know if I mean, if you say he's the next Steph, I mean, Steph couldn't. I mean, he was a monster while he was in the league for the time that he was in the league, but then he was gone. You know what I'm saying? Then he had to go to China in order to reclaim his career. You know what I'm saying?
You talking about Jimmer?
No, he said. Somebody said, "What if he's the next?" I thought he was.
Curry.
Oh, Steph Curry. Nah, he ain't the next Steph.
Yeah, I don't know.
I thought he was talking. Yeah. He the next. I thought he was talking about Stephon Marbury. I don't know why I was thinking about Marbury. Because I guess the game is kind of similar type of. But hold
on, where Lily Phillips and them at tonight?
Huh?
Where Lily Phillips and Wayne Peoples and Troy Fletton all?
I don't know where they're at. They're quiet. They're silent. They're sitting back. They don't want to say nothing because Frank had a good game. They're silent.
Man, they all live in the same apartment.
Right. They might be the same person. You never know.
Yeah, they don't get no girls. They don't got nothing to do. They just up at night. Like right now, they looking at some other game for somebody else to hate on. Like they in another chat right now. I guarantee it.
Yeah, they probably
they
all
come to
hating
this
on
one, so
somebody.
we gonna roast them. You know,
Right.
because they don't like Frank at all.
At all.
A night like tonight where Frank went for 15, he played some solid defense, got a block, got some assists, some rebounds. He looked good tonight. They ain't gonna talk tonight.
Exactly. They don't want to hear that at all. For real.
Man, them dudes don't like Frank.
Yeah.
All, man.
Hey, so Michael, so peep this. Since I got you on the line, I'm trying to get it what I want to do. And I want us to create our own little war room. Because, each team, when they go to the draft, they got
John 777, Frank Suggs.
They got a war room with their with who they got on the board as their their top picks and who they should get next and da 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 da. Right. So I'm building a war room on my website. Okay, and what I want to do is I'm going to have up who we think the Knicks should draft, not overall who's the best players in the draft, but who we think the Knicks should draft. Looking at, right now we have, I believe we should have the 8th pick in the draft right now.
Number 8, yeah.
Who would we pick at that? Who's our first selection? Who's our next guy? If that person isn't there, who's our next guy? So, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a poll on the site. I'm going to have each player up, and I'm going to have a poll on the site so people can vote for who they think should be our top players. And I'll move guys around according to what the poll says, things like that. So, what I want to do is I'm going to take some notes.
Your name says it all. I'm listening to you.
I'm going to take some notes. And I'm going to take down, who you guys feel we need to put into this war room, guys that we should be thinking about, right? So obviously I have Mikal Bridges up there, okay? Because right now, and I hope everyone in the chat is paying attention, this is the NBK War Room. You can find it at nothingbutnicks.com, all right? And we're just getting started. And I put this up there just as an example. So in round one right now, round one right now, we got the 8th pick. Okay, so I put this up as an example. We'll have each player listed, and then we can say players that we think the Knicks should be targeting. We're going to do the first round. We're going to do the second round. And as we keep going, we'll keep adding players to our draft board. And, and then when we find out what our real pick is, then we'll say, okay, this is who it's going to be. All right.
Mikal is that dude right now.
So right now, like, who is the first guy? Who should be the first guy on our draft board right now?
If the draft was to start today, at
so
number 8,
if the draft was to start today and we got the 8th pick, who should be our who should be number 1 on our draft
board?
Mikal Bridges. That's why I got him up there. Okay, I see somebody else got Wendell Carter up there. Said Wendell Carter.
Kevin Knox is good too. He's huge.
Kevin Knox.
He's
huge. So I see Marty Nick says Ayton, Luke, and Mo Bamba. But see, this is my thing.
They not falling that far down.
Right. It's Ayton. If we're at the 8th spot, is Ayton really going to be is he really going to be in our reach? Most likely not. Is Doncic going to be in our reach?
We need to refuse to work out for anyone.
Exactly. And we would need him to say, the only team I want to go to is the Knicks. And if I go to another team when I'm a free agent, I'm leaving. We would need him to say that.
Yeah, we need him to say that right now.
Right. Some people are saying Michael Porter Jr. Now,
he's not falling that far
this is the
either.
thing. Remember, we're at the 8th pick right now.
So we 9th. We 9th with this win tonight.
Okay, we just went to 9th. All right, so I need to change that. So we need to speak realistically. Who can we get at that spot? Are we getting Michael Porter Jr.?
Miles, yeah. I can see
maybe Miles, right?
We Miles.
Right, Miles Bridges. I see people saying.
But the thing is, you never know because Malik Monk fell to number 11, and he was supposed to be number like 6.
That's true.
So we might get lucky and somebody wonderful is gonna fall down to us, and I'll take it.
Now I see.
If we had Phil Jackson, we might have drafted LaMelo Ball.
Right. I see Jason M says Trae Young should be on the list because he might fall.
Nah.
I don't know if he's gonna, but he is. I will say, he is dropping in the draft a little bit. He has dropped a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
I wouldn't take him.
I don't know if I would either.
Who's Mark? You in line. Dragon Ball Z was a lit tonight. But yeah, Trae Young, he ain't gonna fall as low as Sexton might be available. But
Colin Sexton might be
enough guards.
But we have guards. But, all right, so he's someone that might be available.
Michael Porter Jr. might drop since his injury and whatnot. He's not 100%, so he's not looking like himself. So a lot of teams probably won't look at that like, he's only 19, got back problems and whatnot. So he might fall to like number 6 or 7.
Who? Michael Porter Jr.?
Porter Jr. I mean, DeAndre Ayton probably going number 1. Luka Doncic coming over from Real Madrid, probably going to go number 2.
So, all right. So what I'm gonna do? I am going to. I need to change this right here.
Right.
Make this. We're gonna change our. You said we're in the 9th pick now.
Yeah, I think we're 9th right now. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, let me. Get back. There we go. All right, so we're in the 9th pick. All right, so we're in the 9th pick now.
Yeah.
All right. Now, people mentioned Wendell Carter, Miles Bridges, Trae Young. What about the other guy from Duke?
Which one?
Other big man from Duke.
I know who you're talking about. I can't remember his name.
Can't think of his name right now. He might be, but he could be there.
Duke got some guards too. Don't they got is it Duke or Kentucky that got what's this dude's name? Trevon Duval. Which one of them teams got him? I forgot which team got him. That boy's nice. Then they got Hamidou Diallo. Diallo's kind of good, but he might fall to the 2nd round. Man. I never know with him.
Yeah. So yeah, they got us. So somebody said we're still at 8, but no. Yeah, we're at 9. I'm on Tankathon now. We're at 9. So somebody said we're still at 8, but we're at 9. Bagley. There we go. Bagley. I was looking for Bagley. Marvin Bagley.
Hell no. That's a nice big right there. But he's a 4.
He's a 4, but check this out though. Check this out about Marvin Bagley. Marvin Bagley, in order to get into the league or
he had to do some
last stuff. Yeah, in August, he reclassed. So he was supposed to be a senior this year.
Right. But
which means
good, man. He's good, man.
He's that good. But that means he's supposed to be a senior in high school this year. So
he's probably gonna grow another 2 inches, 2 or 3 inches.
That's what I'm saying. He might end up being a center. Yeah. Forget a power forward, he might end up being a center.
If he falls to our pick, we have to take him.
Yeah. If he fell to our pick, man,
we have to take him.
I think I'm gonna put him on there because
he can go number 1 too. You never know with him, but he's good, man.
And part of the reason why he could go number 1 is because he can shoot. He's so young. I mean, he's
a rim protector.
Right. Ayton is a freshman, but this guy is supposed to be a senior in high school this year. Now I don't, yeah, he reclassified. Even though he reclassified, he's still 19. So maybe he stayed back a year in high school or something like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so he had to reclassify just to catch back up. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna put him on here because he's, he could, it's possible.
And just hope to God he falls. We just need Duke to get blown out real quick, and we need to put like 40 on him, so they'll be like, yeah, he's not that good, and he comes all the way down.
So
Mark, you're absolutely right. Bagley is like Chris Bosh, but he's a lot more physical than Chris Bosh is.
Yeah,
but that's a good comparison because that's how Chris Bosh used to play.
Right.
Man, if you get Bagley, kiss Cantor goodbye.
Oh, for sure.
For sure.
And that's where I'm thinking in the next 2 drafts, we could really be looking to take a center in the next 2 drafts because, like I said, when Cantor, if they're looking to be players in the 2019 free agency, there's no way you can keep Cantor. Right. There's no way you can keep Cantor.
We're not going to have Cantor.
Right. So right now, who should be our...
You got to send Lee to like Oklahoma to replace Andre Roberson. Send Cantor to a team that needs like Boston, who need a backup center because Greg Monroe is 100 years old.
Yeah.
Man, the thing is, we have a couple tradable assets. Not a lot, but we have a couple. You can trade, pull something in, maybe get a late first round pick or something. But the fact that we kept our picks is a good thing.
So right now, who are we saying? Who's our number 2? Okay, we know right now our number 1 guy is Mikal Bridges. Who's number 2?
If he's not on the board anymore when we're picking.
So yeah. So if we're not on the if
that's a good question.
Let's say Mikal Bridges isn't on the board at number 9, who are we picking then?
Miles Bridges,
okay.
It has to happen. Like it's got to be one of them. If the other ain't available, so if they pick Miles first, Mikal is the man. If they pick Mikal first, Miles is the man because they both got basically the same thing. Just Mikal has way better defense, and Bridges plays great defense, but Miles plays good defense, but Mikal is something else.
Yeah. Okay. So that's what we have on the board, and I'm gonna fill in the stats and all that stuff later. All right. I'm gonna fill in this other stuff. Like this information and stuff. I'm gonna fill that stuff in there later. I just want to get this up, and then I'm gonna fill all this stuff in. All right. So
and
then
we gotta be realistic too, because I'm telling you, man.
Right.
Like Bagley and all of them, they might be going long before we're picking.
So who we have number 3? And listen to the chat. I know with the chat, all you guys have, everyone has an opinion. So that's why on here I'm gonna have a poll with all these guys up on the poll. You guys can go in and cast your vote, and then we'll adjust it as far as the vote is concerned and who we should be picking number 1, 2, 3. So right now we're just putting some guys in. All right.
BN said he don't like nobody at number 9 if Mikal is off the board. So let's trade the pick.
So you're gonna trade the pick? Okay.
Let's get rid of the pick. Get rid of the whole pick, the whole draft.
So I see some people say put Kevin Knox at number 3. All right. So
I'll take Kevin Knox as the 3rd one.
Okay. So we're gonna do
Kevin Knox. I could do Kevin Knox at the 3rd one.
All right, so we're gonna add that in there. Slide this down here. All right, and
French Knicks podcast. I just said that Bagley's probably going way before we do. How about you listen before you talk your crap? I don't understand these people, man. They just right. I said that just now. He's probably more than likely not going to be on the board when we pick.
Right. All right. So then we'll do 5 of them. We're gonna do 5 of them. We'll do 5 of them tonight, and then we'll put. I'll get the poll up, and I'm gonna get these guys pictures and all that stuff up there, and then we'll get more suggestions on who we need to add to the board. All right. So. If Kevin Knox isn't on the board, then who we adding? All right, so right now, and this is just for now, everyone's going to get a chance to vote. You know what I'm saying? We got Mikal Bridges, Miles Bridges, Kevin Knox. Who we want to add next?
Probably Wendell Carter.
Or
Mo Bamba, one of the two.
You think Mo Bamba, you think he's going to be on the board at this time?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of good players going way ahead that could go ahead of him.
Yeah, I mean, it's true. It's true.
DeAndre Ayton, Luka Doncic, this guy Matt Marvin is probably going number 3. Trae Young probably might go high if his stock doesn't drop too much. Yeah, Bamba might be available at our time because there's a lot of bigs in the well, not a lot, but there's a couple of good bigs in this draft.
Yeah. So
I agree with Alwyn. Alwyn said he likes Wendell Carter more than Kevin Knox. I agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wendell Carter's better than Kevin Knox. I agree with that.
So who we looking at adding? We're gonna add one more in here, and then we'll get people to start voting. We need one more.
Yeah, I don't know.
Who's our next person to add in here? Somebody said Robert Williams from Texas A&M.
I don't even know who that is.
Jay Bum says add Trae Young in.
My man's name is Jay Bum. I'm dead.
Yeah, but is Trae Young? Will Trae Young actually be there at 9?
I doubt it. There's a lot of teams that need shooters.
I know people say he might drop, and it's possible that he could drop, but I just don't know if he's going to be there at 9. Yeah, I don't know if he's going to be there at 9.
It's a long way from the top 3.
You know, but someone said Jacob Evans. So all right, well, hey, Mike, I got who's Mark calling in, right? I'm gonna let Mark get on the line. All right. Matter of fact, let's see, maybe we can combine the call. Let's see if we can combine. Who's Mark? You there?
Yeah.
What's poppin', man? How you feeling?
Yo, time out.
Hold on.
Quick.
Hey, Michael, you there? Nah, he's not there.
He not there?
Now I was seeing if we can combine the call, but
there's a way you can combine the call and Skype. You just gotta look it up.
Yeah, I know we can combine the call. I was hoping I can combine it. Let me see something, because I might be able to still do it. See if I can combine the call.
Yo, did you see my boy today? He did some star shit today.
Yeah, he cooked.
He closed it out. What is the way he was taking them?
Yeah,
the confidence.
Man. So all right. So let me ask you: did he change your mind?
No, he was. Listen, he was always a pick that I want. I'm just thinking of like Trae Young and how much of a threat he can also be. But if Mikal could do this, the next level, and get better at that, I'm taking him first than Trae Young. I'm just thinking. I'm just looking at Trae Young, his ability, what he could do now. Mikal can't really do what Trae Young does as a threat of shooting the ball as of what I've seen today. If that could be consistent and could get better in the league when he comes to the league, take Mikal Bridges before Trae Young. Because that Trae Young's size scares me. Also, that scares me because he's not 6'2". He's probably like 6 feet. He's like 6 feet, and his size really scares me. But what Mikal did tonight, that was some star shit.
He cooked tonight. He did it.
Listen, it's how he was shooting it. Like, it's a difference when you're a shooter and when you could take over a game. He was shooting it like, yeah, this is me, and I can get better at this shit.
Hey, keep the language cool, man.
My bad.
Hey, hold on for 1 minute.
I was excited.
Hey, Michael, you on the call? I thought I added him in, but I guess it didn't work. All right. Go ahead.
Bagley could go 1 because the way he rim runs.
Hey, Bagley is nice, man.
Listen. He plays above the. He's everywhere. Like that's the type of big that the league want. He can move his feet good.
Yeah, Bagley can ball.
Yo, and you know what I was thinking too? I'm thinking too. All right, since Cantor's gonna opt in next year, right?
Right.
How about we try to trade him that's the type of for some second round picks. He can move his feet.
Hold on for 1 minute. Somebody got to turn that down in the background. It's either Michael or Mark. Somebody got to turn it down.
It ain't me.
Hey, Michael, you there?
Yeah, it sounds like he there because I hear somebody else on the other line.
Yeah,
I hear my voice.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, we can hear you.
I think I gotta lower my TV down.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hear him.
All right, so I got both y'all on the line. I believe we got both of you guys on the line.
I was thinking, since Kanter's contract is gonna be up next year, we could trade him for a value pick, right? We could trade him for a value pick. Is this kid I want you to look up right now? This is another wing that I hope we could trade either Courtney Lee or Kanter to get a first round pick. But at the end of the draft, his name is Chandler Hutchinson. I swear to God, if you see how huge this kid is, oh my God, he'll be perfect for the Knicks on the wing. Oh, and he's offensive too. Look him up, Chandler Hutchinson. I think he plays for.
Mark, if you could trade Courtney Lee and Kanter for a higher pick, would you do it?
I'll do that shit instantly. Instantly. I want Chandler Hutchinson. That's the next guy that I want. That is the next guy that I want in this draft. Him,
he's a sleeper, bro.
I wouldn't mind to take Grayson. There's something about that kid where I love. He's fiery. He is a winning guard.
You got some dog.
Grayson kid is a winning guard and he can hit shots.
Got some dog in him, yeah.
Yes.
You got some dog.
I'm watching him today. I'm like,
we don't have a dog on our team.
He's leading that Duke team. He's leading that Duke team.
Okay.
Yo, that dog he plays like he's better than people. I like that. I'll take him too.
He's better than most of the people. He just has a bad attitude.
I love that attitude. I don't care what nobody said. Reggie Miller even said it.
It's not even that he has a bad attitude. He's just so competitive that you do whatever it takes to get you out the game.
You put a kid like that in the Garden playing the way he plays.
Oh, I love it.
My God.
He's like a white Lance Stevenson.
And what's so funny that he will feed off the Garden's energy. Cause I tell people ain't no better place to play in the Garden. I swear to God.
Grayson Allen in the Garden, as much as he's crazy.
But is that Chandler Hutchinson?
Nasty,
I want the Knicks to trade whatever piece they got besides Frank to get Chandler Hutchinson with Mikal Bridges. Oh my God. We will be set at the wing.
He's a monster.
We will be set at the wing.
Hutchinson is nasty, bro.
What's so crazy? Yo, he is offensively good. Like NBA offensively good.
And he's huge.
He don't even look like 6'7".
But he's huge.
Yeah, he's huge. He don't even look like 6'7", bro.
But he don't look it because he's so big.
Nah, Chandler Hutchinson is the guy that I want, Chad. That's the guy I try to bring up, but I forgot his name. That is the guy who I want.
If Grayson Allen is available with our second round pick, I'll take him.
That's why I'm saying, Kanter, you opt in that contract so we can trade you because you're a value piece. A team will take your behind. Yeah, you want to opt in. Because your contract is up. That's a contract that teams would take instantly.
Yeah, you're right. You're right, though.
You're right. No more.
Because I love Kanter. Kanter is he would have been great behind Porzingis if he could move his feet, but he's not going to get no better. He can't move his feet. He's too flat-footed. And he don't have the defensive instincts just to put your hands up. Put your hands up. That's all he has to do. But he doesn't do that.
So much.
I'm watching y'all. Listen, man. I'm telling y'all, that Chandler Hutchinson kid, oh, my God. He could get better. It's not like he can get better.
Okay.
Those three people who I want from the draft. I don't want Colin Sexton. That kid can't shoot, but he got some dog in him. He can't shoot. If y'all look at his mechanics, it is horrible. He can't shoot. His pick and roll passing is zero. Like zero. His IQ is zero. But he got some dog in him though. He think he's better than everybody too.
Mark, we about to put out a petition to get you as head coach for the Knicks. I feel like you could get something out of them.
You know why I couldn't be the head coach? Because I'm too truthful. I would really come at your neck. Like, I don't play like that. Like, listen, I'm too direct of a person. It's either you like me or you don't. It's simple like that. It's either you behind me. If you behind me, then we could go. But if not, nah. If you can't hear the truth,
you gotta get out of here.
Yeah, if you can't hear the truth, get out of here, man. I ain't got time for that.
Like a lot of people, there's a lot of players in the league that can't take that. Like they can't take it.
And that's why, listen, that's why you gotta bring someone in New York that has that aura that could just nail it into the next player. Because once you nail it into the players, they're gonna follow, they're gonna accept it. That's the same thing like with LeBron. LeBron really want to be coached. You have to know how to handle LeBron. But he wants to be coached. He really wants to be coached, but you got to know how to come at him. That's why I want a good coach for the Knicks, because you got to come at these young players, because everything is given to them. You got to understand that everything been given to them, and they're getting paid way more now. Right. So they think that they're better than what they think they are. But if Mikal Bridges could do what he did and duplicate that onto the next level.
If you look at his shot, if you look at Mikal's shot, yes.
You know what's so crazy though? He is 43% in college. Do you know how elite that is?
That's good.
So
how elite that is?
So Mark, we got your boy up here.
Who?
You got Chandler Hutchinson up here.
Looking
at some of his highlights.
Your eyes light up. Just look at his size. Just look at his size. Mm-hmm. I'm telling you, I want brick walls with KP. I don't want nobody smaller than 6'3". I want walls.
Look how big he is,
big.
Yo.
He's big.
Yeah, he's
humongous.
Look at this kid,
look at him, and he's strong.
Look at him. Look at him.
That's how we need our players taking it.
Yes, you need wings like that to protect KP, because KP ain't strong yet. But if you have them on the wing to protect him,
KP don't got no wings.
Yeah, he needs wings. Those type of players need wings. They need wings, man. KP need wings, because listen, what KP did offensively, that's just gonna get better. You gotta understand, he's been thrown into the fire this year, so he's learning. Just wait till his offense. Man, listen, man, I'm excited.
KP getting hurt was such a blessing in disguise.
Yeah, because you got to understand something too. KP plays defense and scores, so that takes a lot out of it. Just imagine if he got wings to cover up. He won't have to play that. He won't have to play that intense on defense.
And that's why Mikal got
people that play smart defense.
We got Frank on guard defense.
Villanova's taking it because their defense is nuts.
Man, Frank defense crazy. Mikal defense is crazy.
Man.
Protection.
The thing with
all
Frank,
three of them come together.
Frank likes to play defense. That is his calling card.
That's what he do. He actually.
That is his calling card.
He actually plays defense.
And the funny thing, even if he's not the star, he's gonna be elite defensively. He's gonna be elite defensively. If he don't end up being a 20-point scorer, if he becomes like a 10 to 15, but if your defense is elite, that is a win at that is a win at that pick that we drafted him at.
I don't think Frank will ever be like a 20-point guy. I think
he could. No.
He could. He definitely could. But I don't think that's who he is. His calling card is defensively. That's why I really wanted him, because the guards in this league is too elite, and you have to have someone that can guard these guards or slow them down. You got to slow these guys down.
For sure. Hey, fellas. Hey, I appreciate the call, the double call. We had the call going, but I'm going to go ahead and move on, because I think, a couple of other guys may be trying to call in, but I appreciate it. And we definitely going to do this again.
Oh, and Chandler's good. Yeah, he's good, but he's not elite, but he could get better. Chandler could get better. But with that size and that offensive ability, nah, man, you don't pass that up. 6'10".
Okay. Hey, I'm going to let you guys rock out, man. I appreciate the call.
All right, man.
I'm excited.
I appreciate it, fellas.
Mikal Bridges made me hot today.
I see, man. All right, peace out. Peace, fellas. All right, man. Peace out. Yeah. Good call. Definitely a good call, man. we got the NBK War Room. Okay, so up on the War Room right now, we got, so at round 1, now this is what's happening for those who don't know. Okay. Right now we got these guys up here. We got Mikal Bridges, we got Miles Bridges, we got Kevin Knox, Wendell Carter, we got Trae Young. I don't know if Trae Young would even be there at the 9th pick, but we got him up there anyway. And we're gonna continue to add people to our War Room. We're gonna do round 1, and we're gonna do round 2, and we're gonna continue to add people. And I'm gonna have a poll up, and you guys can go on to the site and vote for who you think the Knicks should. If the Knicks have the 9th pick, who would be their first choice? If that person's not there, let's say Mikal Bridges was the first choice, who would be the second choice? Right? And then who would be the third choice if that person's not there, so on and so forth. Okay? So we're gonna have our own War Room, and we're gonna talk about it every show. We're gonna talk about it every show. You know what I'm saying? I do want to give a shout out to my man Yusuf, because I do remember, Yusuf, that you mentioned that you mentioned our guy a couple of weeks ago. I do remember that. So big shout out to you for that, my man. You know, for sure. All right. Who? I got my man from France on the line right now. Can you hear me? What's going on with you, man? Hey, let me get you live for a second. What's going on with you, man? I don't have a whole lot of time because I got to get off.
Yeah.
But, you know, I know you tried to call a little bit earlier, so I wanted to get you on the line. What's popping with you, bro?
I'm good, and you? Thank you for the call, man. I appreciate it all the time.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, one more thing. Yeah, Yusuf, yes, definitely. Chandler Hutchinson, I definitely remember, man. And when we get back on, I think Monday night, make sure you call in so we can have, we can start working out this War Room, and we can get a couple of guys on the line and talk about the draft and what the Nothing But Knicks War Room looks like. All right, French Knicks, what's popping, bro? What's up with you, man?
I'm good, and you, bro?
I'm doing pretty good. How's it going over there in France, man? What's the weather like? Where I'm at, it's been cold. We're in March, and it's been cold.
We have snow today in Paris.
Snow.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. I'm not feeling it. It's been cold here. We had a couple of flurries here, too.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm ready to get rid of the snow. I'm ready for the heat. Ready to get warm, for real. You know what I'm saying? So, how'd you like the way Frank played tonight?
You know me. I know you will love Frank. He did what we expect from October. He did what we want today. He take care about the ball. He did good assist. He was aggressive, like you say, like Trey Burke. He finished at the rim. He scored 3-point shot. He was great. You know, when we see the game like this, you know Frank is our point guard for the next decade. You know, like a teacher. He is a teacher of the game.
Yeah, Frank.
You know that, and I know that.
Yeah, and this is the kind of game that I think Frank could. What we're seeing from Frank tonight is probably the way this is what we would expect from Frank going on in the future as he gets better.
Yes, sir.
Right.
You're right. 100%.
This is what we would see. He's not going to score a whole heck of a lot of points. He may have a game here and there. He's not going to score crazy points, but he should be efficient as he gets better. He should be efficient.
Yeah.
Play defense, rebound, assist. You'll be able to do a little bit of everything.
Yeah, I was a little bit upset with on that sake, with Jarrett Jack, on the court, because Frank can score 23 points, and it's good for, his future. And, the team have to see, the potential of Frank to play all the players of the team, He did pass for Hicks, for Hardaway, for Burke, for Troy Williams. He all the players get better with Frank on the court, and now he's 6'7", and he grow, like you said in the beginning of the season. He will be better. He is better now, and it's good for the future. And I have some news for you. He will be more time in the US during the summertime. He told to his agent he will get more time in the US.
He spoke to who?
To his agent.
Oh, okay. He spoke to his agent, and he's gonna stay. He's gonna stay longer in the U.S.
Yeah, more time in the U.S. than in Europe.
Over the summer.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's good. Good. That's what we need, man. Because we need him to be in the U.S. playing ball with U.S. guys getting used to the U.S. game for sure.
He will play with Donovan Mitchell, with the other rookies, and he will play more pickup games. So it's good for Frank in this leadership for the future.
Yeah.
And you said some good things today in the live. You said Moutier has not a great work ethic, and you're right. And it's not good for his future in the Knicks because, like you said, Scott Perry wants players, with good work ethic, and for Moutier it's not good. And Hardaway shows some good things today, so maybe it's not good for Moutier. Yeah. Because Burke will be our sixth man, I think. So Frank has for point guard, Hardaway small guard, shooting guard, sorry. And for the draft, I want a 3 or 5, like you said. We need just a 3 or 5 because we have KP at 4. So I told you last month I prefer Miles Bridges. Mm-hmm. But if we have Michael, it will be great for the Knicks. Yeah. But at the 5, I just want Bamba. Okay. Because Eaton will be first or second pick, so we have no chance to have.
Yeah. So let me ask you this: how did you hear this about Frank saying that he wants to stay in the U.S. a little bit longer? Where'd you hear that?
Yeah. He said to his agent with Jan Bigley in the Knicks practice last week, because Jan told him a question, what do you do for the summer, because some rumors say you go to France and have sometimes, and he said no, I spent most of my time in the US during the summer. Okay. So it's good for the Knicks, like you said, you need to know to take care of the ball and more aggressive, and think for the future he will do that, because like you said in the beginning, he creates some open shots. He don't make all his shots, but he creates open shots for him and the other players of the team. So
all right. So
it's
for sure. I must have missed that one. Hey, I appreciate the update. It's kind of late. I know it's early for you over there.
7, yes. 5 a.m.
Yeah. I know it's early for you. It's kind of late over here. So I'm about to close up shop. But I definitely appreciate the call and appreciate you, getting up early, man.
Thank you, bro. It's always good. I was in hospital last week, so I couldn't be here. But I see all you live. And all the Knicks games. So just a big shout out to Uzmark, Cross, and all the men in the chat. So say good things about Frank and what you said on the live today. It was a good game for the Knicks, and just fire on that check, please.
All right, appreciate it, man. All right, man. Have a good one.
Yes, thank you. Right. Good night, bro.
Good night. Peace. All right, peace out, brother. Yeah. So here we go. So we got the war room up. All right, we got it up there. The list is gonna grow. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get second round up, and we're gonna do it, man. We're gonna figure out who the Knicks are drafting, and then we'll be able to watch it during the draft and everything, man. My people, my folks, it is. I did see something I wanted to answer. Let me roll back and see if I can catch it. Somebody asked something about. Somebody just asked me something about freelancing, and I really want to do that. I'm going to do that video. I promise you, I'm going to do that video. It's just because I'm a freelancer, I've been getting so much stuff that I have to do, so much work, that it's been hard for me to find the time to do it. But I promise you, I'm going to do it. I am. Just stay tuned. I am going to get it out. It just takes me, with so many different projects that I'm doing, I got to find the time to squeeze it in there because I got a lot of projects going on right now. Big one. I got a big project this Friday that I'm next Friday, or this Friday coming up, and finishing up everything that I got to do for that project, and then hopefully things kind of chill out. But something always pops up. You know what I mean? So anyway, but I will definitely get into that being a freelancer. You know what I mean? Because being a freelancer is definitely, and I'm gonna get into being a freelancer, and I'm gonna do the video about becoming the owner of the New York Knicks and all that. I'm gonna do those. I'm just trying to find a time to, get it in there. You know what I'm saying? Trying to find a time to get it in there. But I promise you I'm going to do it. Anyway, I'm out because it's, 12:15 and I got to get up early because one of my 18 and over teams, Cruz, you're right, and I'm going to, definitely. You know what I'm saying? All that kind of, that you're right. And he's getting banned tonight. But anyway, I'm out. I'm about to roll. I got to get up morning. One of my 18 and over team, we got a game in the morning, so I got to get to the game. You know what I mean? So I want to get my proper rest. But have fun tonight. Double people on the chat. You know what I'm saying? We are about to, we're going to try to open it up where we can have 3, 4, 5 people on the chat. Maybe even get 3, 4, 5 people on the video. And it's going to be fun. You know what I'm saying? We're going to be adding people in. And we continue to grow, guys. So if you get a chance, keep checking back with that NBK War Room so you can vote. Because I'm going to get this updated hopefully tonight or tomorrow. I'm going to get it updated so you can get on there and cast your votes. And I'm out, man. Be easy. Have a good rest of your weekend. Hopefully you enjoyed the live chat as we chit-chat about the New York Knicks. Subscribe below. Ring the bell. You'll get a notification every time that I go live. Check out these videos over there. Stay updated on the New York Knicks. Peace.